Hi, thank you for being here. It's an honor to be with you today. Your time is precious, and I really appreciate each of you for spending your time here. I also want to see Walter's sandbox, so I'm going to try to make this tight and tidy and run through it as quickly as I can. My name is Nicole Poole. I am an artist who searches for meaning, and I most often find that meaning in connection. And I realized that this year marks, I have been with the Walter Thompson Orchestra for 30 years. Wow. 30 years, I know, right? Yeah, it's good lipstick. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about sound painting in social practice. But I want to start first with, well, one, what is social practice? It's the people are the art. Right? It comes off of the museum walls, it comes out of the concert halls. The people themselves are the art. So I'd like to start with a small exercise. I want you to think about the very first time you ever saw sound painting. The first time you witnessed it. And really be there. Watch the person flapping their arms, look at the light, feel the lights, whoever you were with. And I'm going to do a quick point to point to hear, and please be loud. Maybe I'll repeat your words back, of give me point to point with one word, and we'll keep going, of what that experience felt like for you. Interesting.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Okay, wow. Okay. Enchanting. Nice. Exhilarated. Awe. Yes. Fun.
Oh, my dad.
Your dad. Yeah. Also. What? Okay. Electric. Gobsmacked. Chaos. Enchanted. Engaged. Norma.
Oh, sorry,
Exciting. Anybody else? Impressive, surprising, joyful. Collaboration. Right. Electric, magic, right? Connection. Transporting. So now, thank you for that. Yes. Right? Like, oh my gosh, I can't, but what is going on here? And part of that magic is the shared attention, right? We're all figuring out what's being chased, what's the game, and that novelty and the dopamine and the actual just magic of the talent in the room. That shared attention is so important. So having the glory and the privilege of performing with the WTO for so long, we've been in many different scenarios, from the Bowery Poetry Club, much beloved, never smell the microphones, to being, on the steps of municipal buildings in different countries. And Walter, I never forgot, he's flapping his arms and all of this, and we're doing our things, and he would turn around to the audience, right? And the audience would be like, on it, like, man, they wanted to participate, and they got it. They've been watching the system. So they're going, and that, he would do the thing, and for me, that was magic. So I found myself from New York City, back in my hometown of Oklahoma City, and I was taking care of my mom, trying to figure out what to do with the world. The pandemic was happening. And then the attack on the US Capitol happened on January 6th. And, of course, I'm watching it like everyone on the news, feeling my feelings. And then I kind of recognized the people doing it. I am from Oklahoma. I come from a working class, poor white background. And I also, I'm like, man, there's not a top lip out there. These are my genetic predecessors, right? And I can be related to any one of these humans. And I recognize the joy and the rage and the delight and the wheels are coming off and we're going for it, right? And I thought, well, okay, if society is this divided, and yet I recognize the humans doing this, I recognize the human emotion and understand the working class, all of it, you know, from Thanksgiving tables that's happening, and performing artists are out of work, how might I be able to put those two things together? So I took what savings I had, and I hired a group of 12 performing artists from as many cultures and disciplines as I could find to come learn sound painting. And the premise was, let's do pop-ups in accessible places that are frequented by more than just white people, and let's see if we can create pieces with the audience. And I've got a couple of little videos to share. If my hands will stop shaking. I can do anything on stage, but get me up here by myself, it's like, somebody give me a gesture. Thank you. So this was our premiere. Parking lot. We are smart, we are 12 artists and growing, and it is time to think about things in a very different way.
Take yourself out of that box, out of that cubicle, and realize that you are not a body with a soul, you're a soul with a body.
Thank you. Thank you. I've got a few more, so I hope you like them too. And one of the smartest decisions I made was hiring a filmmaker. Because, you know, performing for 30 years with Walter, our best performances, maybe somebody's brother had like a flip phone. You know, you can't see anything but like white blur, and it's like, okay. So we did this thing, you know, and the public's like, I have no idea what's going on, but we're going for it, right? And it began to create really nice feelings. And from that, Oklahoma Contemporary, they opened March 2020, this giant, beautiful art center in Oklahoma City, and like, as soon as they opened, the world shut down. And I was like, hey, you guys have space, you know? So they were generous enough to give us space. And after we got launched, they were like, oh, hey, you know, would you guys want to, you know, we could commission you to respond to this Maren Hassinger sculptural piece that was outside, and it's a bunch of, looks like prairie grasses made out of very thick wire rope. And I encourage you to look up Hassinger's work. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, we could do, you know, we could do 15 minutes of kind of some stuff. But if you give me an inch, I will take the entire ruler. It's part of the magic. I don't like to pathologize it. It's just what I do. So that, hey, can you guys, you know, spend a couple of minutes just responding to this piece, turned into video 1.
In the beginning was this land, and this land yielded the vastness of prairie and scissortail, the strength of blackjack and bison. And this land yielded us. Please join the artists of Spark Creative Lab for Yield, a one-of-a-kind immersive experience in celebration of all that is us, a one-time event that took 10 weeks and an entire city to create. And the last ingredient is you.
So what yield was, I was like, well, you know, we could respond to the thing. And I was racking my brains like, why, how does this matter, right? For me, it's making meaning. What is going on in the world around me that I'm responding to? And I went out at midnight with perhaps a bottle of whiskey and sat next to this sculpture and just talked to it. You know, what is this want? What do you want? Because for me, Hassinger's work is already a full statement. You know, it stands on its own. And I put the bottle down and it spilled. I was like, ah! And I was like, the earth. It's the land of Oklahoma. We're a land of immigrants. We're a land of stolen land. We're a land of a whole lot of people coming together, trying to make it in a bleak territory at the bottom of an ancient sea. And we're the path of monarchs. We are so many peoples coming together on this land. And we've been pitted against each other. We always say, come for the weather, stay for the politics. I love you, Governor Stitt. And so we gathered together with my co-director, gosh, I'm sorry, Jessica, I'll remember it in a second as soon as the thing comes on. We decided to convene all of these cultural leaders, historians, cultural anthropologists specializing in Black towns, and we brought everybody together with a huge crowd of people. And the question was, what is your relationship to the land? And that was it. And we just had people go, right? And we gave the audience cue card or index cards and Sharpies. I said, just think of it like school. Whatever phrases hit you or words, write them down, throw them on the ground. And we collected all of these, and there were like hundreds of them. And we created a 6-stanza collective poem from all of these things, right? So it's what's coming at us, what the public is giving back. Here's what we know of us. Then we did public workshops in different disciplines to try to find the greatest expression of each of those stanzas. We began with dance and asked each person, right, think of your background, think of your ancestors. They're doing something with the land. What is that movement? Okay, Jess Karras. Now turn that basic movement, how does that turn into dance, right? How do you get that into your body? Okay, stanza 1, created, material. Stanza 2 goes into music, and it's the same question. Stanza 3 then goes into theater, and we come up with these amazing processions and beautiful stuff. Stanza 4, visual art. And then stanzas 5 and 6 were for the audience, for the gathered, to see what that is. And the story is never finished, but this was a moment in time in Oklahoma City in 2022. And each of these videos is like a minute long.
Let our souls bear witness this land.
Begins to occur when artists use our voices. right? I didn't create I created conditions, right, for that. But each of these humans, beautiful humans involved in this, they all brought what mattered to them, right? What's in your background, what's in your world, what's on your mind. And that created yield. So just after that, and you'll notice a theme here, just after that, the people at Scissortail Park were like, ooh, you guys would be great. We're opening the lower portion of Scissortail Park across the highway, and we'd love for you to just activate it, when it's open. I said, okay, what's the schedule? They said, well, Friday is just going to be a ribbon cutting, and then Saturday, we'd love to have you and all of your artists there. And I was like, yeah, so tell me about this ribbon cutting, right? Here's the thing, that highway, I-40, like so many highways in America, divided our communities. There was the north part of Oklahoma City, right, where the primarily white and reasonably, or whatever, able, financially able people lived. Then there was the south side of Oklahoma City, which are black and brown people, and primarily immigrant populations, right? I mean, we're all immigrants, but reasonably recent immigrants, primarily from Mexico. And I was like, this is a historic moment. Like, I don't want to just, we could just do the thing, but this needs honored in some way. So they were like, yeah, okay, whatever you want to do. So we did this.
Remember that you are valued, you are creative, and you are magical.
Let me hold for a second. So from one side of the park, from the north side, we have artists and workers. On the south side, we got 50 students, more than 50, from Capitol Hill High School. Their full marching band and dance and theater programs to do a march and then converge where all of these politicians are like, okay, right? And then we did a sound painting there, all right?
Remember that you are valued, you are creative, and you are magical.
This is community. This is Oklahoma City. So yeah, you can always offer a little more, if people are. So this is kind of the origin story of how we began working with the public and what that has turned into. I don't have all the answers, and I never will, right? But it's not static. It's a spark. What is the spark between humans? The humans in the room. Yeah, the artists are helping to activate. It's an invitation, right? Make an offer, right? And bringing community into that offering, to that connection, awe, wonder, pow, that feels incredible. So two more quick 1-minute things, and then I want to open it up and hear from you. But I do want to just give you some of our journey. And as Karina was saying, and I know has been mentioned, and you guys know this, you collaborate with people. You don't impose upon, right? So what you do, what is it? What you do for me, that you do without me, you do to me. So you know, I don't know what communities need. I know what I'm interested in, but if I don't, our work now is centered on veterans. I'm an Army brat. I know what my dad dealt with, but I have not served. I will never fully understand the culture, right? Okay, well, who does? Well, veterans. Well, why don't we create some things with veterans? So again, but I didn't start out with that idea. It began with one human story, and I love saying this man's name. His name is Neil Chapman, and he was an Air Force Morse code interceptor during the Vietnam War, stationed in a top secret base in Thailand. And Morse code operators, interceptors, whatever, they're called ditty boppers, right? And Neil, after his service, became an incredibly well-known and accomplished photographer. His work was collected by Le Magny for the Bibliothèque Nationale, which was an arm of the Louvre at the time. It is still in their permanent collection. And when he came back from the war, he didn't recognize America, stumbles into an old mannequin factory, and spent 3 years discovering points of light and social allegory to try to make sense of the world. People are dropping, so okay, let me wrap this up. Thanks for coming. So I saw Neil one day after a while, and he said that he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease because of Agent Orange exposure. And he was very angry, and he was walking around muttering to himself. He was like 12 hours a day, it's just da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I was the base photographer. They denied his claim. I should back up there, sorry. He got Parkinson's, he had been exposed to Agent Orange, and usually that's a one-to-one. Oh geez, super sorry, here's benefits that will help you hopefully live comfortably, right, in the time that you have. His claim for benefits was denied because of a clerical error. The VA couldn't find his base. And he was like, it was a top secret base, right? And so the onus was on him to try to prove that he was there. And he's just pulling out papers all over the place. But because of that clerical error, he got kicked into the VA's claims backlog. And at the time, there were over 300,000 veterans whose claims were waiting. So let me do math for you real quick. Let's say that between 0% disability and 100% disability, let's say the average is 50%. And let's say that average payout might be $1,000 a month, right? Because you can't work, etc. If you multiply $1,000 a month by 335,000 people, that will give you a bit of an idea of why a whole lot of veterans know the heartbreaking phrase, delay, deny, wait until they die, right? Where is the motivation to clear the backlog? It has been, it is down farther now. But when I said to Neil, okay, I keep thinking about Morse code, if you could say anything to the world, what would it be? And he said, my name is Neil Chapman, I was exposed to herbal dioxin defoliants, I have Parkinson's, please believe me. And that one human who spent hours, and there were a high number of suicides in his field, listening to code in the dark, life or death scenarios, now nobody's listening to Neil. So we took that phrase, put it into Morse code. I sent it to our composer. I was like, hey, have you ever worked with Morse code? And he was like, ooh, no, but hey. So the group just came together to try to wrap our arms around Neil and his complexity and his beauty and the struggle and the very real, like, what the hell are we doing to our veterans? Thank you for your service. It feels stupid. It feels empty if this is what they're going through, right? So we created the first ditty bops, The Art of Listening.
This music is Morse code telling me a story.
How do we change how we're treating each other? So, from that moment, the public were like, oh my God, we never knew any of this, right? Was approved. I don't know the timing. One thing happened, but that was amazing. And veterans started coming out saying, "What? They're not given complexity, right? They're wrapped in a flag or hero or victim, or there's a curtain speech that's patriotic on Veterans Day or Memorial Day, right? But for them to really see that civilians could get it? Oh, hello, beautiful humans." So from there, it became like, we have an opportunity to collaborate with an enormous percentage of Oklahoma's population who have served, and everybody had a family member, or somebody who had served. Almost 1 in 7 adults in Oklahoma are involved in the military in some way. Okay, what do y'all want to say? So we began giving workshops, right, and going into veterans' homes and traveling to 6 cities, and Marine Morse code translator and instructor. Thanks, Kevin. My brother Angel, Z Millie. They've all come together to, okay, great, cool, we can bring art to veterans. But wait a minute, the veterans are giving us things. Cool. Okay, now this is a conversation and a collaboration, right? Well, what do we do with that? I don't know, let's put it out there. So we've got huge, large-scale performances every year called Diddy Bops, in which veterans are paid just like artists. We pay for rehearsals. You get an hourly rate for rehearsals and for gigs. And they're paid and they're backed up by actors, singers, dancers, filmmakers, designers, whatever you want to express. The floor is yours, literally, right? Right? We're standing on your shoulders. What do you want to say? So that's what it's turning into. And again, it's just following the nose, following what once said. So this is the last one. Hello, beautiful humans. Hello, beautiful humans.
He said, "Thank you for your service." But do we know who we are saying thank you to?
Conversations change and save lives.
I need you to see me. It's important that you see me.
To you veterans out there, again, I say to you, welcome home.
The message that I share is one that has helped me through many hard times, and it's one that I hope can help others. And that message is try, just for today.
One, two, three, let's go. Okay, thank you, everybody. Let's get to work.
That's the videos that I have to show for you. The point is that you matter. People matter. We are so much more than the sum of our frailties or our faults. We are so much more than the scope of our talent or our virtuosity. You get to be a full human, and you're not an extra in somebody else's movie. Nobody is an extra in your movie, right? We're all watching a movie. So I really encourage you, with all the heart that I can, to scratch around a little. Who's out there? What matters to you? Who are the people in your neighborhood? And invite the people around you to also make an offer. Witnessing sound painting lights us up. Participating in it, participating in building the world that we want to be part of, even for a short amount of time, is so powerful. And for me, that's all I want to do. And so now I'm going to shut up, and I'd love to hear from you guys quickly. Has anybody worked with audiences? Has anybody worked in social practice? And hang on, strike anywhere. What you guys, no, really, I mean, you all are out there and using your voices. You're saying things that need said, and thank you for that. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody? And just be loud. Oh, Zan has a microphone.
No, I don't need a microphone.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, there's people watching live stream who can't hear you.
Thanks again.
Thanks again, Nicole, for your work. It's not working.
Yeah, people on the live stream are hearing like boom, boom.
Takes a while. Each time I'm looking at your work, I'm moved to tears this time again. It's just so beautiful what you're doing.
It's beautiful what you're doing right now. Thank you. Don't you ever apologize for crying, man. It's one of the most sacred things we do.
We were wondering, because did you have a lot of sponsors? Of course, you gotta go fishing for money.
Oh man, I'm rolling in it. Like, have you seen this Rolex? My Rolex is a scrunchie.
So
we're getting more.
Yeah, did you get any public money? Seeing all the work you're doing for the land, is the government or the region or whoever is helping you?
We have some support. We have some support. We've just received a grant that I can't speak publicly about right now. That will help. It's not giant money, right? It's not who built Skinner Hall money. It's like, it's enough to pay people, but we are working to scale statewide, and so we'll be pursuing that pretty aggressively pretty soon.
Okay, you have a team that's searching money, or it's just you by yourself?
Well, it's me and a team of 3 veterans who have taught me more about leadership. Veterans teach me leadership like Rob Hankey taught me silence.
Okay.
And and a lot of them are volunteering their time. If they take a paycheck, they have donated their paychecks back to the organization. It just drives me nuts. So I have a small team, and we're now codifying our systems and looking at all of the architecture and all the things. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
I can really ride off the rails with these questions.
I'm not going to answer your question, but I would like to share 5 phrases I wrote down that I just heard, just to underscore and reflect what I heard.
Please.
Video is a need to have, not a nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
Never fear asking for more. Local is where it's at. There's a lack of ritual in the public sphere. And people have a hunger to belong.
Thank you.
That's all I heard.
Your ability to synthesize never ceases to amaze me. Thank you. Yes. Anybody else?
Nicole, that was so beautiful. I was also crying because of the impact that art can have.
Thank you.
To connect people, but also to give everybody a sense of belonging, because in the end, I mean, you did mention some heinous acts in the beginning with the January 6th. And everybody, like all the problems in our country can be traced back to a lack of belonging in communities. So when you talk about the power of the arts to connect people, it goes so much beyond just like telling a story or like having self-expression. It really heals some history and it creates possibilities for the future.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's do a quick thing. So this is what I love doing with crowds of people who are, normally not artists, right? So steal this wildly and pretend like you have no idea. Generally, I'll explain it to people, right? This means everybody, and everybody in the audience goes like this, and I'm like, okay, right. You don't have to copy me, right? And I'm like, okay. So I'll say, okay, this means everybody. This means long tone. It can be high, medium, low. Don't do it yet. And then this is right at the end of my fingers. Pop, come in, right? And so I'll have them do. Nice. Now, when I give you this sign, synchronize, that means you're going to listen to everybody in the room, and I am going to hold it just like this until you land on the same note. And that does not mean, my note is better, so you better be on my note. That means, listen, and then try to land on the same note. You'll feel it when you hit it. You ready? It's hard, but you might be able to do it. This means continue, keep going. And then when you see me do this, you're going to synchronize, or you're going to harmonize. You ready? Hit it. Let's try it again. Strangers. What happens in these moments, our heartbeats actually synchronize. Just like fireflies going on and off at the same time. Our human heartbeats synchronize. It's proven, it's called positivity resonance. And in evolutionary psychology, that is known as the essential building block of love. If that's possible, anything's possible. Thank you. You're beautiful humans. Thank you for joining me.